Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages. Let's tune in to the frequencies of the earth. Yes, let's do it. Beautiful. Yes. I'm glad you are here. Let us tune in to the frequencies of today and see what comes up for us. Yes, yes. Any guidance, wisdom that our higher selves want us to consider, to know, to be patient for. Know that it is coming and be patient. Oh, hello. We've got a visitor here. Let me see how to deal with this situation. 1 second. Okay. We had a fly. He was crawling around up there and then he fell down. Anyways, I was able to get him in a cup and put him outside. And he flew away into the world. Okay. Okay. Yes. So, patience, interference will, opportunities will present themselves that will allow and aid you to remove any interference or any disruptions quickly, easily, and effectively. Okay, patience. Yes, I saw it there. I paid it no mind, and an opportunity presented itself for me to remove it, right? Okay, patience. Yes, and this one always makes me think of allowing your inner child to play while you are being patient, right? Because we've got this adult figure here who's having a nap, and this inner child surrounded by abundance and beauty and joy, looking engaged, right? Beautiful. There's butterflies and doves. Dove may be a sign or a synchronicity for you. Okay. Let's see what the Arcturians want to add to our unwavering patience, right? Yes. You be patient long enough to forget that you are being patient. And then it arrives and you're like, oh yeah, I was waiting for that. I forgot all about it, right? We've got this wheel. What are we patient for, Arcturians? Is this something to do with time? That would be perfecto, right? Because we're patiently waiting. Time shift, yes. Reminds you you have more experiences ahead of you than behind you. Release the feeling that there is not enough time. There is plenty of time. Okay, what a gorgeous Confirmation. Okay, we're talking about your patience as the time shifts. Oh, and I want to put that right there. Oh, and it spun. Cool. Okay, sorry, that was just for me, but I'll share it with you. I was visiting with my son, and we were walking through the mall, and we just kind of walk through the mall and chat, right? And then sometimes we'll pop into a shop and check it out. But there was this on the ground as we were walking. And I'm like, what is that? And so I kind of kicked it with my foot, and it rolled, and then it landed like this again. And so I'm like, well, I'm curious. I want to know what it is. So I picked it up, and it was this. And I was like, of course it's that, right? Because this is where we're at. And my son's so used to that kind of action happening, he was like, what? It's not a big deal. I'm like, it's kind of a big deal. Okay, this is kind of like my thing, balancing and all this kind of stuff. And then, there it is on the floor, right? And blue is a thing too. So anyways, I put that in the center of the wheel. Okay, because I feel like it is your balancing that creates time shifts, that creates timeline shifts, right? Adjustments to our reality. This is the thing, you have done such huge structural work that it takes as long as it takes. It takes a little bit longer for the physical dimension to catch up, right? This is what your patience for your reflections, the reflections of your internal work showing up externally. It's already there, it's already showing up. And this is about training your brain to perceive. And also learning how to play, right? When a kid and the parent's waiting for something, and the kid is like, ooh, this is time for me to play, right? And they just play. They just get caught up in their playing until their parents like, okay, we're done waiting, let's go, right? That's what we're asking you to do now, to be in a playful gratitude state while things adjust around you. Okay, Rune, which one's coming out for us? Two. It's like they wait for me to finish my spiel, and then they're like, okay, here we are. Okay, beautiful. Yes. Okay. Laguz, right? Flow. And manes, community. Beautiful. Community, partnerships. Other things you can focus on. Okay. Laguz. Where you at, Laguz? Okay, well. Oh, there it is. Flow, memory, dreams, the unconscious, fate, and karma. Beautiful. Is that all time shifty stuff or what, right? Floating in the great waters, this tiny seahorse feels the currents, ebbs and flows, or is it ebbs and flows? In this great universal ocean of life, And in her softly shifting dream state, she knows the unity of all life and the connection that flows through past, present, and future. Water is everywhere, pervading all things, and she is the living energy source of everything, a symbol of the unconscious, of invisible life forces, the dream state, and hidden aspects of the self. Laguz is a powerful rune in the way water is powerful, fluid, and ever changing. It asks you to release the struggle and go with the flow. Spend time in meditation and allow your deeper intuitive state to speak to and guide you. Life's journey cannot be controlled. Change is the only constant. Okay. And manners, humanity, intelligence, awareness, society, and learning. Look at this balance, right? Between the unconscious and the conscious. Beautiful. The keenly intelligent meerkats finds joy in family and kin. Each individual contributes their own strengths to the betterment and success of the clan and society. Lessons learned by one generation are then passed down to those that follow, continuing to strengthen and protect the clan. This is what the work does on a collective state, right? Every rock that you turn over and reveal and release and heal, you create like a neural pathway that allows others to access it quicker and more potently. I just like that word too. Okay. The rune represents the rational mind and intelligence rather than emotion and instinct. Another balancing aspect to Laguz, right? Laguz is about surrender and allowing the ebbs and the flows to move you, right? Whereas Manas, which is intuitive, your intuition, your emotion, your unconscious aspects, and Manas is about your intellect and your mind. When you're presented with this rune, it's time to leave emotions behind and return to the rational. Exactly. It references the seed of divine intelligence in the human soul and our united collective potential. Beautiful. So, all of that jazz about balancing. Okay, there it is. Whoop. Beautiful. And wow, we got the Emperor and the Queen of Wands. Okay, shining bright in your authenticity, charismatic, clear, passionate, creative, intuitive, and the Emperor, the rationale guy who's getting everything done, the big boss, the one making sacrifices for the good of all, the strategic, right? They were the embodiment of the masculine and the feminine, and the Laguz and the Manas, right? The emotion. Well, yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, we'll go with that. Because she is intuitive with the black cat, even though she's a wand and she's fire. We've got the Queen of Swords. Okay, discernment on when to use what. Should we put that on out there? Oh, or is it this one? Islands in the stream, that is what we are. No one in between. How can we be wrong? Sail away with me to another world when we rely on each other. Uh-huh. From one lover to another. Uh-huh. That's been in my head all morning. Okay, so the Two of Cups showed up. And there's more balance, right? Two overflowing cups. These are this is your reflection of being an overflowing cup, of being one who tends to their own, who fills their own, joyfully overflowing, right? And drawing in and reflecting and magnetizing those who mirror that gorgeously. Okay, and your ability to discern those that do and those that don't, and taking the necessary steps, right? Boundary, or cut away fears that hold you back from engaging. Whatever the case may be, this is the Queen of Swords who uses her sword of truth to cut through illusion, to see beyond the surface of what someone is projecting or facading or masking, and seeing through to the core. And also communication, right? Your ability to communicate this, that, and the other thing clearly and powerfully. Okay, yes. Your transformation is a success. Is a success. Your transformation is a success. It will bring you great rewards, right? When you heal your nervous system, your reward is peace, right? Yes. Okay. And also knowing when to not chase after something that is not happening. Let things, this is the ebb and the flow, right? Let things fall as they may. And you roll with it. You flow with it. I thought I was going this way, but it looks like we're going this way. Okay, right? Okay. That's the beautiful thing about the inner child. When the inner child sets out to play, it's just, you just play. You just start to play, right? In whatever is happening. And with whomever is they're willing to keep up or to whatever. Okay, yes, we've got the Six of Wands. Okay, more passionate energy, powerful, passionate movement of balancing between your being and your doing, harnessing your rational mind with your intuitive mind, right? This union of the sun and the moon, and you and your role, your part that you play in this balancing is gorgeous. There are the people, okay, that contribute to your balancing. They're either, well, at this point, they're giving you an opportunity to test and to exercise everything that you have learned about making boundaries, about recognizing what is for you and what isn't for you, right? There will be many who are drawn to you. And so what will you do with them, right? They all get love, but not everyone gets to sit at your dinner table, right? Okay. You want to tell us more about these people? It does talk about the community and the effects that you have upon the people in your life, the people you engage with, the people who cross your path. Okay, so because this fell so abruptly upon the Queen of Swords, this is your balance. Okay, your balance between holding the vision. When someone comes into your life or wants to spend time with you, you need to weigh it against where you're at energetically and the vision that you are holding for yourself, right? If you're holding peaceful, regulated nervous system, then anything that comes along the way that makes an attempt to disrupt that, recognizing it quickly and cutting it away, right? Making the boundaries, speaking the truth, relocating, because you're on a mission. You're on a mission of frequency tuning. You're being patient for your timeline to tune in to the resonance that you are maintaining. And so you don't want to miss it, right? You've come this far. So don't allow naysayers or energy suckers or conflict addicted individuals to run amok in your garden, right? All your tender shoots that you're nurturing, that you've grown from seed. You're not just going to let anybody come in and run amok, right? Otherwise, those things don't bloom. They don't grow to their full potential. Part of this time shift is your acknowledgement and acceptance of self and how far you've come, the work that you have done. You are your tender shoot garden, right? You don't want to allow anyone to run amok in your garden and trample the beautiful things, potentials that are in process of blooming. You want to make sure that only sprinkling showers of nurturing love sauce and weeding is going on in your garden. Okay. Also, we had the King of Wands come up after the Queen of Wands cameoed at the beginning, which is a divine counterpart. Passionate. I feel like this is this Two of Cups action here. Okay, anybody else want to come out for us? Whew, what's that? It was like a heart palpitation that went like this up to the throat. Yes, this is that connection between your heart and your throat chakra. Your throat chakra, your truth speaking and boundary setting. I need this time for me. I need to self-reflect. I need to check in with how I am feeling, not just what I am thinking, right? This is about the balance and the patience because of the work, right? So much time and dedication on all the areas of your life, right? Protect it, guard it, honor it, respect it, trust it. Okay? And this is what's standing out to me here. The posture, the dedication, the trust, the faith, your diligent work will pay off. The things are working under the surface. You are held, guided, and protected by spirit. Trust the shift and go play, right? Until it happens. You can feel it happening. You can see evidence of it happening. All those signs and synchronicities, take note. Say, point it out, call it out. Be like, hey, I see you. No more holding back, right? You see it there, waving at you from across the way. You jump out of the vehicle and you run towards it and you hold on to it. And let the emotions flow through you. Okay, we've got a tower coming in with your ships. So when your ships arrive, there will be towers, okay? Oh yes, there will be towers. Okay. We'll go through one more time on this deck. Okay. Okay, guys. Starting now. Anybody wanna come out? Okay. Okay. And was there another one that flipped? No. Apparently not. Okay. Okay, yes. Trust the signs and the synchronicities that are leading you on your pathway. Okay, beautiful. This is also your experience in the past. This is what is enabling you to navigate The people, right? You've had enough experience with all of the people to know when to cut. Okay, we also got the King of Cups. Yeah. This is your action on your heart space, your heart based action that you take, that you make. Beautiful. Yes, this trifecta here with the Queen of Swords, the King of Wands, and the King of Cups. Your passion and your focus, your discernment and your truth speaking, and your action from your heart space. This is how you are moving. This is how you are playing. This is how you are receiving. And your internal check ins and your flow state and trusting the signs and synchronicities that are confirming and leading you on the way, right? That are guiding you. This was going to happen. Now this is going to happen. Trust that that is supposed to happen, right? Or not. And don't fight against it. Allow, surrender, release. Okay. Let's get. What are we gonna get? Is it time for a new deck? Like a new deck? A new deck? Okay. Let's get a fairy card. What fairies want to come and confirm our patience, our capacity for loving, balanced, reciprocating relationships, and our faith in the unseen. A collective of pixies. Beautiful. This one speaks about doing the things that need to be done and doing it as joyfully as possible. Something like that. Okay. 48. A collective of pixies. Duty, willingness, joyful participation, and a virtue. What is needed here is not only an awareness of duty, but a merry approach to it. Here is all that diligent, dedicated work and faith. This job has to be done. So one might as well do it willingly. Progress through this dance maze step by step. Lively, lightly. Take joy and pride in achievement. Approach the work with zest, zeal, and zing, and perhaps even a little zaniousness as well. Otherwise, you might as well not bother. Well, almost. There is something about this light-hearted approach to your duty that is important at this time in order to achieve the results you want. Dedication, focus, right? Additionally, consider the words collective and cooperative as you make your plans. This situation may take more than one person, perhaps several working together to achieve the desired results. Joining forces with others is appropriate at this time. Seek the cooperation of friends, families, co-workers, and fairies as appropriate. Beautiful. Yes, you don't need to do it alone anymore. You've proven, you've expanded, you've exhausted your capacity of doing it aloneness. And now expand, right? Now it is time to join forces, to unite, to have a playmate or two or three or four. Yes. Yes. Okay, we didn't do a love message last time. So we'll get a couple of them in today. Be the smile on somebody's face by maintaining your authentic, joyful beingness, right? Smile at people, or at least give people something to smile about. It's contagious, right? And joy is contagious. So be joyful and infect everybody, okay? Cleanse your energy. Yes, this is part of your discernment, your practice, your daily practice of cleansing and energizing. There are a lot of invisible energies floating around. Make sure you are constantly upkeeping to ensure that your web is clean and clear and yours. That way, the information and everything, guidance, is coming from a place of co-resonance, of blah, of blah. Okay. You are divinely blessed. Yes, you are. Own it, act like it, feel it, hone it, allow it to work for you. Okay, and don't forget about the gratitude. This is the lesson of the collective of pixies, right? There are tasks that we don't want to do, but we need to. It's part of the work, it's part of the process, it's part of the balance, it's part of the upkeep, it's part of the maintenance in the three-dimensional world. And so make every moment count. Be grateful for your limbs to be able to achieve the task. Be grateful for the lessons that the task will give you, or yes, gratitude is the oil that keeps your engine running smoothly. Yes. Okay. And a couple of charms. Wow. Okay. Okay. There is the reading and the charms made things. Look at this one went flying. Okay, and I think this is the one that knocked it over. So this is that third element that the balancing produces, right? When two come together, there's one overflowing cup, another overflowing cup, and then there is the beautiful relationship that the two of them together create, which is the third element, right? Also, a nod, it makes me think of the Vesica Pisces. Um, but also the nod to your inner child, your inner mentor, and your inner wise one, right? Could be the angels, could be the doves, could be this collective of pixies, your wise elder within. And there are ways that you can move forward in your life, appeasing all of them. This is also balance. Your inner mentor is your tipping point between your wisdom and your joyful, playful, exploratory inner child. Okay, and then we've got trust what you see and what you know. Cats can see things most people can't. This charm is validating your ability to do that. So trust that, right? You've got your angels here guiding you, protecting you, bringing in this wish that wants to be yours, okay? That is going to make you happy. Happy, right? Okay, here's a nod to your work. Okay, it may take work for you to allow to flow, but this work is important. Get on it. Get on it. Okay, here we go. Grounding. Okay, this land animal, very, very grounded. I also want to say, um, connecting to the tree, being in a quiet space with yourself and able to self reflect, look in and know what to release, right? Like a leaf, and also flow like a leaf that flows in the river. And what else do we got over here? Oh, we've got the wisdom. Yes, beautiful. The wisdom to know who is for you and who is not for you. And it's okay. And it's okay. Allow it to be okay. And it will be okay. Okay? Yes. Oh, I just noticed this lion here. Yes, the courage to um, be with another, to open up, to be vulnerable, to be authentic, to be unmasked, to be held safe, to be challenged lovingly, to grow, to expand. All of those things. Okay, yes, we've got abundance. So there are those who are going to taste sweet. Okay, this is how you know. Check in with yourself when engaging with others. Your spirit, your field of resonance will signal to you when it is sweet and when it is bitter, right? We've got the twin flame butterfly. Okay, you're going to be able to recognize gorgeous partnerships based on your experience, all those who weren't, right? This is part of the contrast that helps to define what it is that you do want. So have gratitude for all the stepping stones that were meant to be just that and help to define for you what it is that you want and deserve. And we also have the sun and moon kitty. There's your balance. Okay, this was all part of your balancing your experience, learning how to balance and how to create your own safety, safe environment, your safe web. The amethyst spider, protection. and creation. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, that's what I have for you. So, there's lots in there for you. Be patient and playful. Enjoy. Don't waste any time not being in joy, because it is the in joy frequency that you are waiting to arrive in your timeline. Right? No, you're waiting for your timeline to meet you, and you want to make sure it's the joyful timeline. So be joyful. Okay, something like that. Love and appreciate you. Hope to see you next time. Bye for now.